guys, Tweek here. Playing another game of HOTS, or Heroes of the Storm, whichever one you say. And there's a tragic golem, so we gotta kill it. And I'm gonna be playing Abathur today. Abathur is a champion that typically people are just like, oh my god, you're playing that guy, why are you doing that? Because he's like really underrated in solo queue on this game so far. He's really potent if you play him correctly and your team isn't terrible and let him do what he's supposed to do. But and this guy's humping me. Oh yeah, like the slug. So it's all about just placement and constantly doing something. So like I'm all over the place when I'm playing him. Like constantly making sure like what I'm doing, what's going on, what's happening. Does somebody need me to like win a trade? Like the biggest thing, I play him like augment, the augment way, which is basically you're buffing somebody like insanely, and then they're just going to kill whoever. That was kind of weird, but I'm gonna jump on ATC here and just chunk the crap out of her. She's not gonna die unless he stays, and I missed my Q there, but it's whatever. So Zagara's chunked really hard. Murky just keeps getting wrecked down here. So Chen is really annoying, but once I get my attack speed buff, he should be pretty much chewed through. Let me just crap on here real quick. So he's all about just queuing people and just constantly keeping pressure on the map, like with jumping to like minions and pushing them or whatever, and he's gonna die almost. Okay, I saved him. He was probably fine, but you know I queued or W'd the wave, so it worked a little bit better. I can probably kill her. Nope, close. I can jump back on you in a second. So it's just constantly about just changing your position and making sure that that the person you're on is like you're getting the max of what you should be for that like good couple of seconds. So I'm gonna jump here and just chunk her real quick, because she cannot regenerate her HP. So chunking her is actually really strong. So she's chunked pretty hard. If we team fight, we can beat her. I'm gonna need to jump on this, so not save the tower, but just get some damage out. So it's constantly just about looking around the map, like. So I build him like this increases the burst damage I do, not burst damage. It doesn't increase the damage, it increases the range and decreases the cooldown. So it's like it makes that ability just so much stronger. So I'm gonna put some mines down here. I use them basically as wards. Like say like you don't want to face check a bush. There's like gonna be I can put like a fucking thing there and it's gonna show me if they're in there or not, which makes it really strong. And I build him just augment, which is I don't build him any sort of split push or anything like that because I don't feel like anymore that's like the way to go. In solo queue it's not bad, but in a team fight it's like not worth it to go. The split push build because it's just not viable. So we killed him, which is pretty good. That's their tank. Who's gonna get jumped on here? Nobody. Okay. So this talent right here is OP as fuck on pretty much every champion. Obviously increasing somebody's attack speed just makes them so much stronger, and she is just free split pushing down here. That's really bad. Yeah, we need to do something. So I'm placing more shit around here. Fight her. Fight her. Okay, well we lost Murky, they lost our Murky, it's fine. I need to make sure that Tekis doesn't die. I hate Murkies. Okay. Okay, well I burst at the wrong time there. So timing your burst is sometimes somewhat crucial. Not until later. And she is just split pushing the crap out of this. And there's no way I can stop her either. Like, I can't do anything about this, really. Unless I have my ult, which I don't have yet, obviously. So they're pushing everything, and we're not doing anything. It's good. So back when I was first playing him, I had a really bad thing about instantly bursting when I jumped on a character. Because typically the person I was jumping on was obviously in the fray, and they needed it like then and now. They needed the damage to, you know, make that person back off or whatever. But it's not really about that anymore. It's more of, or I've been playing him a lot, so been noticing that it's more about making sure the burst is like does the most damage, which typically it's just better to use it right off the bat. But and Murky with the Abathur is insane actually. If he does his invulnerability, he's actually like almost he's unkillable, and I can just do free damage to everything. But he obviously died, so it doesn't really matter. Raynor's fine, or Rhaegar, sorry. But their mid lane is pushing really hard. So you can obviously jump on minions and shit and deal a little bit of damage, but most of the time you're gonna spend your time in being on a person and just augmenting the shit out of them and making them strong. But sometimes you just can't do that. Like you have to just try to force a minion wave back because you can. But typically with this build, you just can't force a minion wave back. Like I can't deal with Zagara's split push. Like she is just like jumping on a minion isn't gonna be strong enough to deal with her totally, and that Murky got bursted really hard. So he needs to just leave. I don't know what he's doing here. The Murky should be able to deal with the other Murky just fine. But I retreated back to a tier 2 because they were pushing mid with the thing, so I didn't want to get blown up all of a sudden. Which is the problem with Murky is that you can just end up just being dead and not notice why, because you're just looking at other things and not worried about your positioning. So it's just something you gotta worry about at all times. Like, where am I? Am I alive? Am I gonna be threatened within like the next 3 seconds? Like, there's so many factors you have to take into play. And I'm not gonna be able to kill the Murky. Nope. Oh wow, almost, actually. We still have not killed the Terror. This is just really bad. Abathur and solo queue is just not very good. Because, okay, Abathur in general is very strong, but Abathur in solo queue is not as strong because of the amount of, like, it's all dependent on other players' skills, unless you build them, obviously, for the split push. So that was a delay, and they keep running in and out of my range, so I can't actually, and they keep stop hitting Chin. That's so stupid. And my thing already died because Zagar is down there. Great. Zagar is like one of the most annoying characters in the game to play as Abathur, because she actually just cancels your split push just in total. I'm gonna jump on the healer here, just to make sure that he's alive and doing his thing. Stop hitting him. He's wow. The CTC's ult though. Our Murky's egg is exposed. That's not good. This guy changes directions really fast. There's another thing as Murky you gotta learn, or not as Murky, as Abathur, is how to change, like, how to determine where they're going to be looking when you actually want to fire your Q and not just like blindly fire it. That was really annoying. I was actually trying to hit the tower there, and he jumped into it. We were getting pretty wrecked here. Chin just like walked up and just wrecked him. I don't know what he's doing. Wow. Okay. No, she's just like, I know I'm dead, I'm gonna get off as much damage as I can onto the towers. Which is smart of her. That's actually really smart. For a solo queue player, I would have never guessed that she would actually do that, so that's really good. To see that level of play coming from a solo queue. Obviously, this game has its like flaws in the fact that like solo queue is a little bit of a kind of a clusterfuck right now. But if you play with any sort of teams or any, did he just ult him and it didn't go off? That was weird. That was a weird kind of concept there. But this Zagara is going to come back bottom, and this thing is going to be so strong, I might be able to actually fight her with it. So what you can actually do is, most people just don't don't notice, and they underestimate the strength of the Abathur ultimate. They have monstrosity. We call it the lobster, by the way. So what I can do is I can just walk up and actually like fight her and chunk her out really hard so that she can't actually stay in lane. And this is like way better, way stronger. Like later on, I'm gonna get in this bush so I drop minion aggro. So later on, when I actually get like the burst reset or the burst slow, that's the heal. So obviously you see she's dead, like she's nearly dead, and she can't do anything. So that really stops her pushing for a while, but it also gave up a lot of my pressure on the map with the fact that I wasn't on somebody else or on other minions pushing other ways. But that stops her from coming up so far, and now she's just dead. Never mind. That was a really good ult by her, a really, really good ult. I'm gonna hit the, okay. Care. I can't ping for some reason. There we go. I need to move. I'm going to go, is top broken? Top is broken. Fuck, I'm just gonna go back to base. Okay. I don't know why he's ulting the chin. It does nothing. I'm gonna jump off him. This is worthless. So yeah, and like solo queue Avatar is pretty good. If you like get at least decent teammates that actually know how to play around, not having basically a fifth person, it's really good. So let's see, what do we do here? I'm gonna try to push some of these minion waves out, but so one of the best things you can do is like if a minion wave is actually like hardcore pushing into your base. Help ETC. What is ETC doing? Oh. Why is he doing that? They're on our base. Yeah, like at any point in time they can just lob onto him and just kill him. Yeah, like exactly what is happening right now. And now he's dead. I don't know what that was actually. I'm really surprised. So all lanes are being pushed right now, and I'm gonna turn this into my ultimate. So it's like really difficult to actually like do something. So I'm just gonna try to save this Tychus. I think I'm gonna save him pretty nicely, but I'm not gonna be able to do very much. Being down 2 levels is really hard. Is he just gonna kill her? No, the chin slowed. Might be able to kill him in his ultimate. No. The regen is just too insane from the chin. Yeah, Zagara is really strong. Like, look at her. She's just like, I'm in your fucking base now. Our thing is trying to do something, but he's not doing really much. Typically, these games are really short. So, the big talent choice on him is right here, I think. Like, depending on what you're really wanting. So she's dead. Okay, that's good. The big talent choice is here. Do you want to speed up somebody, or do you want to slow the enemy team? And we have a lot of melee, so I'm going to slow. Jumping onto towers, I don't really like it. Just because I'd rather jump on a minion, honestly, but jumping on a tower sometimes helps out a lot more. Because it's stationary, it doesn't move. And then the next big one is at 20, obviously. I don't know if we're actually going to hit it, so I'm just going to go over it. Is this hive mind or locust nest. This one isn't really that great unless you really are trying to split push the game into existence. Like if your team is behind and you need to fight for the objectives, then you can run the one with your ultimate that moves. But I don't really like the deep tunnel besides that. Like, I think that's not that great. I do see a lot of avatars in solo queue that run it, but it's kind of meh. So I burst. So my burst now heals, if you didn't see me take that talent. And it heals and it slows, so it's all about augmenting that ability and this ability. Like this one, you can run the regen one, but it's not as good, and this Shin is just gonna not die because he's a fucker. Shin is extremely annoying right now. If he gets ahead, he's one of the most OP tanks. Besides like Leoric, which just got introduced. So obviously he's imbalanced, and they're trying to fix him right now. I don't know how they are, but let me jump on the Tychus and see what he can do. So they dodged his ultimate or her ultimate, which is really good. So that was good. That was good. That was a nice play. So, and this against this team comp, since they can just kill it really easily, and there isn't really any way I can stop them from killing it, I'm just dropping my ultimate just anywhere. Like if that lane was going to be pushing, so I made it push a little harder, so they had to react to it a little bit sooner, which hopefully will help us out to stop these mini waves crashing into our base by having an actual player deal with them, and not just me. This probably isn't a very great showcase of showing what he can do, but yeah, I just missed my cue because of the leap. I aimed it here, but it went here. I don't know. So we're slowly chunking him out. Like, we have enough stuns that we can just keep knocking him out. So. Are you kidding me? Okay. I was about to literally go off and explode. So catapults really do crush minion waves, so if you can like put your W on them, the little nest things, it's really good. Yeah, he needs to get out of that. Yeah, it took like 20% of his HP off, and he's a tank. So we might actually come back in this. If I can ding us 20 real quick, we might have a chance. But unless we ding 20, I don't see us winning this. Okay. So all I care about is hitting is really the catapult, because the catapult does just immense amount of damage on forts and things. Yeah, we just bursted her there. I just took out her life. So let's see what's going on. This wave needs to be pushing a little harder. So that will push there. I'm going to push this wave out a little bit. My team isn't really doing anything besides taking the terror. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it like right here, drop aggro. So what that does is that puts it behind the minion wave, so it's not actually going to tank the minion wave, but it will kill the minion wave when it gets there, or yeah, when it gets to it. So it's actually like really viable, and it's a pretty decent strat that I've like just been thinking of. Every time I play him, I always learn like a little bit. Like even if it's not really that much, I always learn just a little bit. This Tychus needs me to jump on him. Who am I on? Okay, I'm on the ETC. Damn, I wanted to be on the other one. Their guy, the Tychus, but the ETC wasn't bad. My ult is still pushing that wave, and I need to drop these. I need to stop this mini wave, but I'm not going to be able to really do much to it. So hopefully, this is actually a good thing. What it does is it slowly kills these, but they can't attack it. Minions cannot attack it. So they, Falstad had to kill my thing because I was pushing so hard, but, so I almost killed him. Yeah, just barely keeping him alive. The burst healing does a little bit, especially if there's like multiple people around. So I'm just keeping him healthy, really. If they are in range of each other, I give Hive Mind, which is basically I sim both of them. The ulti was kind of shit because he didn't have a pufferfish underneath. So they're actually going to kill Tychus here. No, they're not. I can't believe that, actually. Why didn't I get on him, too? That's weird. I'm going to jump on the core. Hopefully I can save a little bit of the damage from it, but obviously I'm not going to do much. I'd better be off, I'd be better off if I was on Tychus, but let's see what's going on bottom. So Murky got the Terror, which is like the best person in the game to get the Terror. Chin is still alive. Like, okay. So, he swapped to Zagara, which wasn't a terrible idea, but it wasn't the greatest. So I'm going to push this minion wave. Also, another thing, when you drop your R, you want to try to make it onto a minion that's actually low health. So that way, you're not actually, like, killing the wave, kind of, you know, with your ultimate. Um, but what you can do every now and then is just jump on your ultimate. And with the attack speed buff from your talent, it killed them in the core. No, 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 no. Let me jump on you. Oh, he blinked it. Oh, that was beautiful. I think he's still dead though. Yeah, he's still dead. Oh no, he's alive, barely. This Rhaegar is like keeping him alive, just barely. They augment on Tychus though. He's did pretty good. That was a pretty nice blink of the ult. I don't know if it actually went off, but he stopped it, so that was pretty good. And then this wave was obviously being crushed by my thing, which is, you can see here, the minions absorbed, is how strong that thing is. And it starts off kind of weak, and then builds up to be this giant monster. So, it's really strong. I'm going to jump on people. They both blinked after I bursted, which is terrible. You need to jump on him soon. Careful. So I killed the thing. And if you can't hit a thing or hit a player, just hit a minion. Like really, like you're killing minions. It's killing a minion wave. It's really good. So I'm gonna burst to get the thing here, and then he's gonna kill her. That's good. That's good. He needs to get out the pufferfish though. Yeah, that was a lot of damage that he didn't need to take. He could have just literally stepped like 2 feet forward and dodged that. So that was kind of weird. So the wave actually bounced back, and these two were just completely empty. So I'm augmenting both of them, and the fact that they're both, I healed both of them, so they're both really good. Good off right now. Rhaegar's doing a really good job of keeping everybody healthy. So this game actually started off pretty bad, but turned into a nice showing of what Avatar can do. Just dropping his ult everywhere. And another thing that I haven't really been able to get into is actually leaving the base and spawning your minions outside somewhere. Like that, I can't really, I don't like that, because if I die, we lose like a shitload of map pressure, and it's just not, I don't think it's worth it. So that's just my 2 cents on that. Obviously, I play with one of the best Merkeys probably out there, I think. I think he's still one of the top. So that was it. That was GG. That was a good game. Apather showing high mind strong, so always take it. Let me check out the stats real quick. I always like looking at the stats after the game, and I think that's cool. If it is like thing or you don't like it, then just tell me, and I'll see if I can maybe not do it sometimes. But I did a lot of siege damage. Obviously, the Murky, who was supposed to do more, did beat me. So there's that. I did a lot of hero damage and stuff. So there's a nice showing of Avatar. Just camping in the base, having fun, just queuing shit. And this Tweek signing out.